Welcome back to Avion Overlander. This is Russ Edgar. It's the middle of the winter. It was a little under zero this morning here in north central Ohio. So Lynn and I are not traveling. We are working on our shop. And if you can see in front of me, I have just, Lynn and I have just carried this central machinery package in here. It is a dust collector, and we're going to install it in our shop starting today in this corner. There was a window right there. You can see where the wood's been pieced in. I took it out, insulated it all, so we have a good corner to install it in. Then we will run, after we get that in, and that'll take us a couple of days, I imagine. We'll be able to run over to the saw, another saw. There's a drill press on the other side that we'll bring over, so it'll be a dust-free area. The first step in the dust collector, we wanted to paint the inside of the dollhouse. It's never been painted, so Lynn spent a little bit of the morning, a couple hours probably, painting the corner. No, didn't do anything except just the corner, because we're going to be building something that's going to be semi-permanently installed there, and we didn't want to have to pull it out later and paint. We decided, Lynn and I, to use a 20-gallon trash can for our receptacle for the debris that's going to be cut. We have some barrels, but they were just simply, in our opinion, too big and not as easy to dump whenever it gets half full or whatever. All right, we've unpacked it, and I'll show you what we've got. It's on our cutting table here. We haven't sorted the bolts and nuts yet, but it looks like everything came, and everything was in exquisite condition in a lovely box. The motor and the blower. I thought it would be excruciatingly heavy, but it's not. It's not bad. I can handle it with no trouble. I made myself a handy-dandy compass out of a piece of scrap. The inside circle, I do two. But the inside circle, when I measured it, is the one that'll fit just inside the top of the trash can. The lid for the trash can, and that's an important part of this install, is in this case, half-inch plywood, and it'll be two pieces. Half-inch plywood on the top. I'm going to point to here. This circle is bigger than the trash can by about 3/4 of an inch than the total diameter all around. So I'll cut this out using this bout saw, and once I get that cut out, then I will cut this piece for the inner liner of the trash can lid. This is 3/4 inch. It's furniture grade. It's a simple piece that we had left over when we were making cabinets for the house. Just finished cutting out the upper level of the top. Looks fairly decent. I did go through and sand the edge with the P100 sandpaper. Did a real good job, and you can run your hand all the way around and it feels smooth. Lynn is gluing and rolling the inner top, and now we'll put it against the outer top you see is laying there, and we'll have a lid. Once we get that lid put together and nailed and in shape, we'll drill it so we can put the cyclone on top of it. Then cutting out a 6-inch hole for the cyclone to go on. Now Lynn's drilling the, I think there's about 8 of them, holes for the mounting of the cyclone. Get her on there, get it cleaned off, and we'll have it on there before next half hour or so. I applied a foam insulation around the edge of the top, so when we set it on, it will seal. And that is pocket holding braces that are going into the upright. We're just using scrap, where we have lots of scrap sitting around. It's good to get rid of it. I'll drop down. This is what she's doing. No, they're not even the way they should be. We haven't screwed them together. She's putting 4 pocket holes per side of that piece. There's another coming down. Just drop it in. Now she's going to do 2 tuber boards because we run out of the big scrap like that. Lynn's setting it up with clamps. And we'll put some pocket hole screws in it in a couple minutes. Okay, I used 2 screw guns, one with a bit on it and one with a star on it, and some 2-inch heavy-duty screws. And as you can see, those screw heads, as I pan over here, there's 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom, and a couple in the middle. I'm absolutely sure it will stay where it's supposed to be. All right, we've got her mounted and screwed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it across the floor, pick it up, throw it up against the wall, and then Lynn's going to screw it to the wall. She's already screwed a couple pilot holes to be ready to do that. All right, we've got her up. Lynn has gone inside to get us some lunch. I just finished screwing it to the wall. It's going through with long screws, hitting the studs that are behind the actual supporting the what we call the shop. We call it the dollhouse. After lunch, we'll come back and we will put the portion on that holds the filter. We had to go back into Lowe's last night. We thought we had every part. However, this cyclone is a 6-inch top, and it did not come with a reducer. It only reduced to 4 inches, and the Harbor Freight is a 5-inch. So this part here is a 5-inch, and we'll be able to hook directly up to the Harbor Freight once we tape this down and get things organized. Lynn is cutting some triangular pieces that we can hang the assembly and the filter on. She's just squaring them off. quits today. It's 6-ish o'clock. Time to go get something to eat. It'll be up and running tomorrow in the morning. It's only a couple things to do. Looks pretty good. We're down this morning to cutting some supports that will hold the lid in place on the garbage can, so that when we take the garbage can out, the lid will stay in the same location. Then we can put it back in. So that's going to take a bit of work. Cut a couple things, and then we'll pocket screw it onto those 2x4s and onto the lid. Well, we're in pretty good shape. It is installed. Clamps are on the Wynn filter. Everything runs wonderfully. It sucks up dirt, sawdust. We were able to utilize, for the time being, some hoses off of our old suction. So that saves us a little aggravation. We used the same floor mounting system that was on Do-It-Yourself Tyler. Works great. And just uses some cast-off pieces that we were going to get rid of anyway. We are very happy. If you could, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And thank you for watching.